1 o'clock on ESPN.
First thing I'd like to lead off with is women's basketball. This week lost a real giant in the game. Betty Janes passed away, who was one of the founding members of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, was the leader of that organization for a very long time, and her contribution to women's basketball is really immeasurable. We really probably wouldn't have a game without Betty Janes. And so may she rest in peace. Our team will be wearing a patch to honor her for the remainder of the season, and just want to make sure that she's never forgotten, and what she's done for all of us in the sport of women's basketball is significant. So our deepest condolences go out to her family and friends, and she'll be laid to rest tomorrow down in Georgia. So I wanted to start with that. And we obviously have a great opportunity ahead of us Sunday afternoon against a quality opponent, and we will be very excited to prepare for victory.
What's the biggest concern about Tennessee?
My concerns are about Kentucky right now, and I just want to get ready to do the things we need to do to beat Tennessee, and that's more about Kentucky than them. So I think we need to get our minds on playing Kentucky basketball, and that means a fast-paced game. Offensively, I thought we did a good job with that last night, so we need to be able to get that done, need to be able to, when the time calls for it, attack their zone. A lot of zone defense from them, a lot of changing zone defense from them, and so we need to be ready to attack that. And then defensively, you're just going to have to go to battle. You got to have some really powerful interior post players that they try to get the ball in there too. And so it would be a great battle and a great opportunity for us to beat a quality opponent.
I know it came at the expense of Matt, but how important was it to just have a game like last night where you feel good about it?
Yeah, I think it's very important for this team right now, because I think most of our problems, while we had some physical problems with some injuries and some of what has gone on has been physical, but to me, a lion's share of it has been mental and emotional. And so I think confidence is very important for this team right now, and that's what we've been trying to work on the last 2 weeks, explaining to them who they are, and they need to view themselves accurately. We're a really good team when we view ourselves that way, and then we play with a purpose and passion. And so that was good last night, and so there'll be a lot to point toward on that. And we need to really find ourselves right now and go out and play some Kentucky basketball.
I heard was it on the radio last night or one of the places that you mentioned that you had shown them some film? What did you show them this week on film and what was the message?
Well, just we got off to such a great start, and it was not fueled entirely by poor competition. We played one of the best non-conference schedules out there, and I just wanted to try to tell them the reason that I believe we can move forward and be a great team and be heard from on in this league and beyond is because they've already proven to me they can do it. This team has, not last year's team, not 5 years ago. An example is this year's team in the first 11 games, beat real quality teams, beat 2 top 10 teams in 1 week, beat, good teams on the road. The comparisons of what lies ahead is, eerily similar to what they've already accomplished. So just trying to get them to understand that, and the reason they were that way is because they were showing up every day in the gym believing they could be the best. And so we took some hits, and as a coach, I obviously didn't do a very good job of monitoring that, and at some point we stopped believing that we could be one of the best. And you start speeding up and hoping good things happen for you, and will this ever end, and can we can somebody else step up and do something to get out of it? When really what it is showing up every day with the mindset that we can be the best team in the country, and whether we ever get there or not, it's not the point. The point is you believe that, and then you prepare that way. So, we just need to know that we can show up every day, and if we choose, we can be the best team in the country. That mindset was what I'm trying to get them back to.
So did you just show them footage of themselves earlier this season?
Yeah, just try to come.
Highlight reels of-
Just try to show them that we're not sitting in some rah-rah session where I'm making things up and trying to make you look good. It's just here's what you look like, and so who knows? As a coach right now, you know these kids and you know what they can accomplish, and I'm just trying to help them along that way and help them be the best they can be.
What's your impressions of Megan Simmons and her play this season, especially lately?
She's real fast, really fast, explosive scorer. Just one of the fastest players with the basketball I've coached against, and when she's on, one of the most explosive scorers I've ever been around. So she's a really good player.
Yeah. What is she showing you here lately? I mean, as opposed to last year, or what you know of her before?
I just think that she's to me. My opinion of her hasn't changed a whole lot. I've never thought that she was anything but what I just described. Really explosive, high-level scorer. Can just get from one end to the other with the basketball as fast as anybody around. Really fast. Some kids are fast, but rarely you'll see a kid that with the ball in her hand seems like she's faster than when she's running without it. It's impressive. She's explosive.
Has there been a game or a moment since Denisha got back off that injury that you thought she's back? She said last night she's 100%. She feels like she's 100%. Do you feel like mentally and physically she is at 100%? And was there a moment where you said, okay, we've got her back?
I think that when I will be convinced that it's all working together is when her defense gets to a level of she's blocking some shots, she's aggressive in the lane, she's seeing the man and ball. I think that offensively she probably feels really confident now, and she looks good. And defensively, she needs to get back and turn around and find the basketball and her player and get matched up. And last night, too many times, the ball's getting driven to the basket in transition, and her back's turned, and she's jogging back, and if she's turned around, she can block that shot. And that's, to me, the missing piece. So it's good to see her, feeling good about herself, because that's very important for her game.
How many blocks do you think she should have had then, looking at the film? 'Cause she had 3 last night, which is probably the most she's had all season.
Should have had more than 3.
Is there
7,
a number that you
8,
want her at?
9, 10 block shots a game. I just want her to get turned around, matched up in transition.
You mentioned you're spending a little extra time with Joe O'Neill lately, and I've seen some practices where you're spending a lot of extra time with Joe O'Neill.
Yeah.
So what is it that motivates her, and what is it that you two are working out still?
Jen, it's a complicated relationship. That's all I can tell you. It's a complicated relationship. She's she's a joy in my life because she has brought so much to us and much to our program, and she's a kid that's done a lot for me and in a lot of different ways, and hopefully I've helped her. But she's just real stubborn, and she really complicates things that I try to simplify. And so you have just had that tension going, and it's real simple to me. And last night she was better. I'm not asking her to get out there and solve any complicated physics equations or anything. It's not complicated. It's simple. You need to push the ball as hard as you can down the floor, because you're like Megan Simmons, you're maybe faster with the ball than you are without it. And that, you need to attack every time. And then when you don't have the ball, you need to be ready to shoot every time. You need to be down. Whether you do or not, you need to be ready because it's a threat. And then defensively, you need to be in a stance getting after the basketball every time. It's not complicated. I'm asking her to do 3 things. And so, you guys asked me, after the Alabama game where she shot 2 times. I don't know why she shot 2 times. And it doesn't make any sense. And so I have to spend a lot of time talking about those 3 simple things, but that's just where we are right now. So I'll continue to do it. Then she comes and tells you guys that she needs to know what to do, so I'm making sure she knows what to do. Although I do relay some of that stuff in practice from time to time. I'm sure that's amazing to you, but.
Do you guys meet regularly outside of practice? Like how
Who?
You and Jen? Like,
Oh my gosh, I don't know how much you could meet more. We meet out in this hallway, we meet in my office, we meet in the training room, we meet on the side of the court, we meet in the middle of practice, we meet after practice. We have a lot of meetings. It's a heavy meeting schedule with Jen O'Neill. But I love her.
what?
I think she's just doing it just to see how many gray hairs she can put on my head, Tommy.
You have 1 more year with her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anything else you guys?
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Go Cats.